We're on a mission to rid the world of bad video. This is the DV Show.
Target in range.
Bad video sucks.
Thank you for joining me for another edition of the DV Show podcast, where we are recording live these abundance of shows coming to you on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. I am your host, of course, and this is where we talk about everything video production, because there is so much to talk about. There's so many topics, from the video professional to the business owner to how to do video cameras, technology, psychology, writing, social media. The list goes on and on and on and on. So thank you very much. We're just going to hang out here on this Friday and remain on the topic of finding work in the video production industry. You know, it's not easy out there right now, but you know what? Something good is going to come your way. Now, most of you know we're on a mission to rid the world of bad video, and that mission really starts with ensuring that video professionals like yourself, who are the architects of visual storytelling, I don't care what people say, you guys, we want you to be in roles where your skills are best utilized and appreciated. Because, hey, think about this. We will accomplish our mission of ridding the world of bad video if we have skilled, creative people in some of these roles. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I would agree. So that's what we're talking about all this week. And today is Friday, of course. So we're just going to chill out a little bit. I really don't have a script here or anything like I usually do. So I'm just going to chit chat and talk about networking, because for me, this week has been there's been abundance of networking. And networking really accelerates your goals when it comes to job searching. Believe me, I talked to Noel this week. I talked to Peter this week. I talked to James this week, Scott, Amy, John. Crazy. Networking really is the way to go. And I don't want to sit here and preach if you don't like to network, but I'm telling you, it is what to do when you're finding work in video production, especially. And what better platform to do that on than on LinkedIn? LinkedIn, I absolutely love everyone at LinkedIn. I want to personally thank every single one of you that work there, that are involved in LinkedIn. I thank you for what you do, because, wow, what a platform that would really accelerate your growth as a video professional. So that's what we're going to talk about today in general. I'm going to go through two websites today that I want to show you that I've been networking on over the years, ever since COVID. And I've been very successful. Now I'm thinking to myself, Brian, should you really tell everyone about these websites, these online networking websites? Because you were the only video professional in there, and you were doing video for people. But now, do you want to let everybody know this? So yes, I do, because I am here to help you. We have two websites, two very popular websites that I have gained traction on. So instead of, searching for online networking, I'm going to give you the two of them today, right here on this live edition of the DV Show podcast. All right, so let's talk about a couple of things in as far as the job market right now. Now, I want to assure you, once again, I've been saying this all week, and forgive me if I'm saying it again, the job market is bonkers, okay? It's absolutely insane right now. So even if you've got great skills, tons of experience, in today's job market, it's just not about what your skills are. It's really about who you know or what you know. And that's really what it boils down to. And there's a whole bunch of other things going on behind the scenes. And I know big companies right now are making huge layoffs, creating a surge of competition, and the market is totally saturated. So, and not to mention that these ghost job postings out there, which I have been hearing so much about. These ghost job postings, it's absolutely insane. Companies like post jobs up and they don't even exist. And here you are spending your valuable time applying for them. And I just hope something is done about that sooner or later. I really hope that happens. So ghost jobs, you got huge layoffs. Things are looking grim as far as the job market goes. So that's why we were here all this week to keep you strategic and staying ahead of your competition, because with the right approach, you can turn these challenges into real opportunities. So if you've been listening to us all week, we've been giving some really good tips on demo reels, finding work in video production in general. We have a website to go to that I want to talk about and show you, which is fastergig.com. Now, this website is absolutely cool. I want to say that right now because we built it here. And it's a method. It's not only a method that helps you get jobs, remote video editor jobs, 10 times faster, but it also has a bunch of there's actually a job board. And we load this thing up with vetted jobs. We do the best we can to find out if they are real, and a good portion of them, like 90% of them, are real on this website because we have vetted them. And we look at this every single Sunday and load it up with some brand new jobs every single week. So if you're a video professional, if you're in the video production world, in the video industry, go on and visit fastergig.com and see what video editor jobs we found. There's some good stuff here. There's some tips, tools, et cetera, and it's all for free. Now, these tools aren't for free, but coming on fastergig.com, it's absolutely for free. And I highly recommend it. It's getting very popular, and a lot of video professionals, video editors especially, have been finding work in their industry, which I'm really, really happy about. I think it's really cool. So go check it out at fastergig.com. I'm not selling you anything. This is absolutely all for free. And finally, you can say goodbye to the grind. All right. So let's get into some networking websites that me as a video professional have visited years. And there's so many of them online, virtual websites and these virtual events. You can find most of them on like Meetup or LinkedIn even. You can find most of them on Eventbrite. I mean, some of these scatter here and there. But if you're really looking for work in video production, if you're like a freelancer wanting to go after small businesses or medium-sized businesses, I'm going to give you 2 online virtual networks that are top of the list for me that I have become very successful with. Okay, and so as soon as I get it up here, we can kind of see this. All right, one of them is called the HNP Network. It's the Happy Neighborhood Project. Okay, and this website is absolutely phenomenal. I remember during COVID, I was basically like traveling around the world in a couple of minutes. I mean, you have networking groups here that come from Asia, Australia, Canada, Europe, again, Midwest, Texas, Hawaiian Islands, East Coast, West Coast, and then there's this like networking event that's every Friday. So I remember in the Caribbean here too, Lunch and Learns, book lovers, movie lovers. It's crazy. This is one of the top virtual networking events that I highly, highly recommend. The community is gigantic. And, you as a video professional coming in, you're bound to make some kind of connections. So HNP Network, it's called the Happy Neighborhood Project. It's one of the best virtual networking on there. One of the 2 that I'm going to talk about today. So now the other one I want to kind of show you is Network After Work. Another powerful website with a ginormous community. And these are for free, by the way. They do offer memberships and a directory of members, but you can get in here for free. And they have these online networking events that have, like if you're on Zoom, it has hundreds of people on here. So it's called Network After Work, and it's the all-in-one networking and community platform for business owners and professionals. And I want to tell you, I was almost reluctant to mention anything about this because I have been the only video professional in here for years. So, and I drummed up a lot of a good amount of business from people in these communities. So, and I'm telling you about it as well because I don't know what your specialty is. If you're a video editor, motion graphics, 3D, I can't do it all. And I want to spread the wealth and bring my community into these communities as well. So it's Network After Work and Happy Neighborhood Project are the two networking spots to be in. And I totally recommend the both of them. All right. And since you're looking for a job in the video production world, we talked about FasterGig, gave you those two networking sites. And I actually saw a top expert article on LinkedIn with some pretty cool contributions from some pretty cool people. And basically the question was, how can you benefit from video production networking? And by the way, Johnny is putting the Happy Neighborhood Project link to the Happy Neighborhood Project. So you can go ahead and check it out. I'm telling you, man, Johnny, I've been watching your stuff. He's been packing it up and learning from this live edition of the DV Show podcast. And that is the place to be to actually network with businesses. So if you want some money to come in as a freelancer while you're waiting to transition to a full-time job, that's the place to be. You can do some projects for people who really need video. And I'm reluctant to tell you that because that was my secret sauce for the longest amount of time. And yes, it is very cool, Johnny. Thanks for getting into that. All right, so I found a LinkedIn article. And how can you benefit from video production networking? And this is a secret, okay? This is absolutely a secret. And some top experts have contributed to this article, and I just want to kind of share what they have to say as far as networking. And this is on LinkedIn. Dr. Sue Ogier, hopefully I said her name right. She said, networking with fellow video producers offers a wealth of benefits, foremost among them being the opportunity to learn from their collective experiences, insights, and feedback. In this dynamic field, staying current is essential. And what else did you say? And through networking, you can discover new techniques, tools, and industry trends that can elevate your work. So true. Ayeb Lamb Anthony says, collaboration opportunities. Networking allows you to connect with fellow professionals, including videographers, editors, directors, and actors, which can lead to potential collaboration on projects. Skill and knowledge sharing, interacting with others in the industry can help you learn new techniques, stay updated on industry trends, and gain valuable insight. Now, what I really found about this article here on LinkedIn, it's not new. But what I see, again, which I'm very surprised about, is that there's only two experts who contributed to this article, which I think is just funny. So if you're watching this, I want to tell you one thing, okay? Listen to me very closely. Networking is so important. I've been drilling that all week long. And it is the secret sauce for finding work for the video production industry or any industry in general. Networking. It's so important. So if that I gave you this week about your demo reel, about the sites that I just gave you, think about networking. It accelerates your growth. It is the fast track to reach you. And it is tiring. It's tiring and fun. I have networked with so many and have collaborations and have become where to find the time. So I can tell you that networking is the way to go. All right, I want to share one more thing with you before we depart on this edition of the DV Show. First of all, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for engaging. It is so nice to hang out with you on this Friday. And I think that's very cool. So if you're looking for a job, I want to give you one more resource here before we part ways and say, have a great weekend. I want to share this big of TV and film job sites. So let me bring up the screen here. Now, this is a very big list of TV and film job sites. So if you are looking for work, this thing got 14,000 impressions, and everyone loves this. So if you're looking for work, this is the giant, humongous, huge list of TV and film's top job sites. So, Johnny, if you want to put a link to that too, that's fine. That'll be great. I don't know if you can or not, but that'll be cool if you can put that in the chat. I think you just did. Let me see. Did you? No, not yet. All right. So, yeah, this is the giant list of every single career website for television and film giants, all right? Lifetime, USA Network, VH1, CNBC, Food Network, Pop TV careers, True TV careers, Sony, ESPN, AO, Sci-Fi, Bravo, Cartoon Network. So if you want to get in this industry, check out these websites. It's going to take you a heck of a lot of time, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. All right, Johnny has a comment here, and he was talking about goals. Maybe set a goal of meeting 1 to 2 new people a week if you're an introvert. Yes, we actually, this week we were talking about, actually, if you're in Walmart, and you're in line, strike up a conversation with someone. I mean, meeting people and talking to people is a challenge to some, right? And I don't blame you. It's not your fault. It's nothing wrong with it. But if you set a goal of meeting 1 to 2 new people a week, if you're an introvert, I think that's a great start. Network. You're not going to learn new skills if you don't network. You are not going to, you're not going to, get new clients if you don't network. I think it's just, you got to network. I don't know why it's so in the background. All right. We have a question here from Johnny. And he said, I used to get in character like Fletch to meet people. Yeah, it's true. Put on a mask. If you're afraid of who you are, be somebody else. Act like somebody else. I totally agree with that. All right, we have another question here from Carl. I just got a question about editing abroad in different countries. Go ahead and ask, Carl. I can answer that for you. Getting jobs in other countries, I think that's pretty cool. Even if you want to, step in the studio, if you have a lot of courage and if you're gutsy to come and meet me here in the studio live on this Friday at 1:19 p.m. Eastern time, come on in, scan that with your phone, and we can chit-chat right here in the studio, and everybody would learn. Otherwise, just engage and ask your question right there. That's perfect. But we're talking about just hanging out today, burning out time, and closing out the week on the discussion of finding work in video production. And I guess we're going to ask Carl... answer Carl's question. He works with Avid and DaVinci. Do I need to show some certificates that I know how to work with the programs? Here in Sweden, we have a silent knowledge. Yeah, I mean, if you get certified, getting certified in anything and having a certificate makes you look super good. Now, I have hired people in the past who have faked certificates, and don't do that. So if you get a real certificate that can be verified online or through a third party, that will increase your chances, Carl, 100% of getting work. But some of us, we provide a demo reel. We provide a demo reel of our work, and that kind of says what we can do before we look for a job. And so that kind of shows all of our skills. And Carl also asks here, we don't really need to show anything here, but in the USA and Germany, for example, know that I need to show something to get work. Yeah, so any kind of certification would be great. I know Johnny is going through a lot of certifications on LinkedIn right now. So if you're a premium member on LinkedIn, they have all of these courses that you can take and get all types of certificates. It probably might not be specific to an editing program or, editing software, but it's programs like, I know how to edit I know how to do retention editing, or I know how to do editing for an e-commerce ad or something like that. Just check out LinkedIn for some courses, which is a really, really good point. I didn't look into that, but checking it out on LinkedIn would be perfect. And Johnny says certification is more technical than creative. Yeah, but having a certificate, I know there's certificates out there that are floating around on LinkedIn that I was introduced through Johnny that he was pretty much going through, like managing different age groups, managing time. Certificates are always good. And I think there's AI ones too. I'm not quite sure. I think there's AI certificates going on. So Carl, hopefully, I guess there is a Da Vinci course. Yeah, so I guess there is a Da Vinci course on LinkedIn. All right, Carl, good luck with your job search. Good luck with getting starting your career in editing, video, whatever you're doing in this industry. Good luck. Keep me posted. I definitely want to know what's going on.
Video production just got easier. The DV Show.